Mohammed Musa Mashhur, a shepherd, lives within a few meters of power lines, but this kerosene lamp is what his family depends on for light.
The Israelis came to us and offered us water, electricity, and telephone if we let them put a road by my house. But I do not want any of that. I do not want them building a road crossing my house.
Mashhur is among Palestinian residents who live on the fringes of this swath of land to the east of Jerusalem that for years Israel has been planning to develop. The plan, known as E1, is to link Jerusalem to Ma'ale Adumim, Israel's largest settlement in the West Bank, by pushing Arab communities away from the connecting road. Author Nadav Shragai is a proponent of E1. He says the plan's aim is to guarantee Israelis access to West Bank settlements and to stop Arabs from building in areas east of Jerusalem.
That construction will strengthen the Palestinians' demand to create some sort of division. They also look at Jerusalem as a kind of metropolis of their own.
For proponents like Shragai, the drive to expand east is also a spiritual one.
These are strongly significant places from the point of view of the history of the biblical land of Israel. It is true that there is another population there, and we do not ignore it. Aside from the practical issue, the plan is implementation of a natural right of the Jews to return to Israel.
For Mashhur, this means a separation barrier may soon be built here, cutting him off from the new Jewish communities. Like many Palestinians, Mashhur was angered by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's recent speech. The Israeli leader called for Palestinians to accept Israel as a nation-state for the Jewish people in exchange for allowing a Palestinian state. Mashhur says he can never make that concession.
This land is our grandfather's land. I was born on this land. We live on this land. This land is Islamic land. We are not going to let non-believer heretics have this land. We own the land.
Israelis have tried to get Mashhur to move for years. This rubble is from his earlier home, which Israel declared illegal and bulldozed in 1987. Now, it's a pen for his animals. In the distance, another West Bank Jewish settlement expands. Israel says it will not prevent settlers from building to house a naturally growing population. Although Jewish communities surround him, Mashhur says this to Mr. Netanyahu.
I am, as a simple shepherd, saying we are not going to recognize Israel in Palestine, not just in Palestine, but at all. The problem is that those people came with a lot of force and a lot of support from outside, and we are the weaker side and cannot find anyone to support us.
Mashhur takes no comfort in President Obama's call for Israel to freeze settlements. He simply waits for the wall to go up. Luis Ramirez, VOA News, Jerusalem.